Hello out there YouTube. What's going on, guys? It is D-Dun here, the most chill COD player, bringing you my first 100 kill game of Black Ops 3, playing some Ground War. This is a game of Safeguard, and Ground War for me has been a lot of fun. It's a lot more fast paced and people seem to move around a lot more than they do in 6v6 domination. So you guys might give it a shot if you're getting frustrated with whatever game mode you're playing. I also doubled my sensitivity, which is working out really well for me. It's a lot more twitchy, and I think it looks a lot more entertaining to watch, so hope you guys do enjoy it. But a couple days ago there was a huge patch to Black Ops 3, so I want to cover some of the most relevant notes, discuss those real quickly. So there was a couple general ones about crypto keys and some bug fixes, but there have been some changes to specialists. So all the specialist weapon and abilities now charge at a reduced rate over time in objective modes. So game modes like Domination, Hardpoint, Kill Confirmed, you're going to get your specialist weapons and ability at a faster rate, which I think is a good thing. The Outrider Vision Pulse ability, the speed at which you get that was reduced, which is good because it's not a very strong ability in the first place. So being able to get it a little bit faster I think is a good thing. For the Nomad, the reject ability actually got nerfed. The time that it takes to get it has been increased, which I don't really know why, because no one really uses reject. And the Hive trigger radius has been slightly reduced. That I think is a good thing. People are starting to realize that you can use that to cover doorways and camp at a building. So if there's a way that you can kind of shimmy around that, I think that would be a good thing. The Reaper, the Scythe, the little minigun that it has, the ammo was reduced from 200 to 160. I think it still could use a little bit more of a nerf, but doesn't also seem as strong as it was in the beta, so it's a start. I think it's a good starting point. The Firebreak, the Heatwave ability recharge speed, the speed at which you get it, has been increased, which I think is good, because even though the Firebreak, the Heatwave, it's not really overpowered. However, it is really easy to use, and if you're close at all, you can take out a lot of guys very quickly without much skill, because you just have to spray it, and your heat and like your heat spray, your fire spray, whatever you want to call it, just has to hit them and they will eventually die. Also, we have a lot of changes to a lot of guns. So the VMP got a nerf, the ADS time was increased, and the hip fire spread was also increased. The Pharaoh, the close range damage was reduced, which I don't think was necessary. I think it was fine where it was at. The Razorback, the damage was increased, which I think is a very good thing, because it's not a very high fire rate, but it is very accurate. So if it has a low fire rate, it needs to have increased damage to compete with the other guns. The XR2 got a nerf as well. The hip fire spread was increased, and it says there was a tweak to fire rate. The HVK, it says increased ability to control recoil. I'm assuming that means something like that they reduced the center speed, but I'm not entirely sure. But I guess it's a little bit easier to control the recoil. The ICR just had a little bug fix. The M8A7, they actually buffed it, which is weird because the M87 was a favorite already, but they increased the fire rate. Some of the shotguns, the KRM 262, which is the pump action, the very first one you get, has increased lethal range, which is awesome because that gun shoots marshmallows. The Haymaker, the fire rate and the damage range was reduced, which is good because it was too close to the Striker from Modern Warfare 3. The Argus got a buff and a nerf, so the ADS time was increased, but the close range damage was increased, which I think is very good because with a lever action shotgun, getting those follow-up shots down is very tough, so making sure that you get those one-shot kills up close is crucial. The light machine guns, the BRM got a little bit of a buff. Its ADS time was slightly reduced. The Dingo has an increased ability to control recoil. The Gorgon got a very heavy nerf. They reduced the clip size from 50 to 40. The ADS time has been slowed. You no longer deal extra damage to vehicles without FMJ, has increased recoil and increased hipfire spread. The 48 Dredge had a little bug fix, and then they increased the ADS time, which I think is good. I think it needed that. And for the pistols, the LCAR 9 has a close range damage slightly reduced, which is good because it was stronger than all of the SMGs. And then out of the equipment, the thermite damage rate was reduced, so it now takes longer to die by thermite. Again, a good thing. I'm happy about most of these fixes. There's a couple other tweaks that I would like to see. For example, I think combat focus is a specialist ability that needs to recharge quite a bit faster. If it did, you could use it a lot more like Hardline, which would let you hit your streaks a lot more, which I think would kind of increase the pace of the game, and I think that would be good. It would also make it a lot more competitive with some of the other specialist abilities, especially the lethals. That is one thing. A lot of the abilities in this game aren't really worth running for the most part. So I think that one would actually compete with some of the lethal ones, and it would also kind of cut down on some of the, the Scythe and the Reaper, all of these, whatever the one is with the War Machine, the Noob Tube. I think it would kind of decrease the spam on that if they would buff a little bit of the specialist abilities, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, there you go, guys. 102 kills. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a blast getting this gameplay. It was very fast paced, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So anyway, that is the video for today. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. If you hated it, that's fine. Dislike it, leave me a comment why. Make sure to check out all links below in the description. And if you're new and you enjoy my content, a subscription is always appreciated. Also, guys, give me your feedback. Let me know what you guys think about the patch. Do you think what was fixed was fixed? Is there anything that still needs to be fixed? Let me know in the comment section. I always reply, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.